Hi everybody, it's Susan. I'm back with a small video on some very beautiful paper flowers that I've been making. And just quickly want to tell you that I made a tutorial yesterday and it wound up being 14 minutes and I didn't realize it and I couldn't upload it, so that's out. So I am planning to do another one and just wanted to tell you how I made this flower, which I also made it a little sister flower. This flower I used 8.5 by 11 cardstock in red. One side is like a pearlized, the other side is as a matte. And what I had done was I cut the paper down as if I were making an A2 size card. Folded the card in half and then cut that piece off as well. If you do that with the whole page, you should have 2 cards, and in essence you're really having 4 pieces of paper. I took those papers and I folded them in a triangle and cut off the extra piece on the bottom, which a lot of people have been doing now. Everybody's making these paper flowers, but these are my flowers and that's how I make them. I use an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, cut it in half and then in half again. Once I do that, I make petals by folding them in triangles until I can't fold them anymore. I open them, and then what I do is, for this one I used a script stamp. I stamped in front and back, and then I used a brushed corduroy distress ink by Ranger, brushed that all around, and then I used some acrylic paint, which I absolutely love. You can get that in the artist section at your local craft store. And I put that all around the edges of the flower, and I adhered that with my glue gun, of course. Once I did that, oh, well, geez, I'm really passing by a really important step. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I scrunched up the flowers with water, dried them, and then put the gold paint on. When I was all done, I put it together, and then I put it in a bucket, and I sprayed it with the Scarlet Red Glimmer Mist spray, dried it with a dryer. And it's wet now, otherwise I'd pick it up. I put a leaf on the bottom, and I put 2 feathers. Hope you can see that. One feather is white, the other one is black and white, like one of those guinea feathers, but they're really long, so I cut them in half. And in the center, there's a little pearl there. Actually, it's a large white pearl, cream color pearl. And same idea for the small flower one. The small one, I used the scraps that were left over after I folded the flower to make a square. And the square, you fold it in half and you make a triangle. There's that piece you cut off. Well, I used that to make the small flower. Same idea, same way of working it. Identical match in the paper by using the stamps and the inks and the gold paint. And lastly, I used some diamond stickles just randomly all around, not continuously, but dabs all around on different petals. They look really pretty, and I don't know if this is still wet, this one, but okay. And then underneath is just, just a punch out of a scalloped piece of paper. It's got Flowers by Susan on there. You can put a piece of the red sticky tape on the back and use that on any card. I've used these actually on the tops of gifts, and they come out really pretty and super impressive. I mean, if you really want to get technical, you could use 4 pieces of 12 by 12 paper and make the most enormous, gorgeous paper bow you've ever seen, paper flower that you've ever seen, and it makes a beautiful presentation. So I really wanted to share this with you. I'm not 100%, but I really was kind of missing my studio. So this doesn't take hours to fuss around with, but it was enjoyable to make, and I hope that you like it, and I was glad that I was able to share that with you this evening. I hope everybody's doing well, and have a great weekend. Bye.